Hi everyone, welcome to our Bubbly Talking Show. As you know, Bubbly Talking Show is a kind of travel talk in which we're gonna be talking with different travelers and also special people in all around the world to learn about their experience, their knowledge during this way. And now we have a very special guest and also kind guest from Jeddah, and we are so happy that you are here. Before anything, ask her about to little introduce yourself. Hi Raha.
Hello everybody. Hi, thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Can you tell us a little more about yourself?
So I think what people know about me the most is that I'm an adventure athlete, a mountain climber, but in essence I've always been like a traveling soul. I've always been a curious person who wanted to go and see the world. So I think in essence I'm a curious soul, definitely, that wants to go see the world.
Yes, and then one of the special things in your resume also is that you climb Everest, and as a first Arabic woman to do something like that. As you know, I'm from Iran, and some Iranian will see our show, and I think that you can be a very inspiration woman as someone who lives in a country such as Iran that has some restrict rules, and you as a woman can fight with all these rules. And could you tell us how you start to climb mountain, how you understand that you can do something like that?
My story with mountains started I like many people, I wanted to do something different. I wanted to do something that was unique, and I discovered mountaineering, and that's when this whole idea came about of wanting to be a mountain climber. It was the most very random, very out of the box kind of decision, and the more people told me that I can't climb and that as an athlete, as a female, I can't be an athlete, a Saudi female. So the more people were negative about it, the more I wanted to do it, the more I wanted to be more bold in my life choices.
And how you can be so strong to fight with all these negative?
I think we tend to not we lose belief in ourselves growing up. Like, we're all curious kids, and then as a certain age, in certain stage in our life, we become less confident in who we are. So I had to find that confidence again. I had to, reprogram my brain into believing that I can do anything I dreamt of doing.
And
it was hard.
Yes, I know. And when the first time that you wanted to do something like that, how the people react with you? Because in one of your interview, I see that you told that your father, his answer was negative, and how you talk with him to start something like that, and also about your country, because people maybe have negative idea about women or female and something like that.
In the beginning, my father was really against it. He was like, "What are you doing? This is crazy. You're not going to do this." And with time, he started to realize how much this means to me. He started to see how much I really wanted this. So to see my point of view, it wasn't easy in the beginning. He was like, "You're crazy."
Because most of the girls after an age, different age with different culture, the age will be changed. They should wait to marry and something like that. It's something new.
That is what happened. Exactly, that's what happened to me.
Oh.
You need to settle down and you need to get married and so on and so forth. And I was like, I wasn't ready for that at the time. And my family was worried about me, because they were like, you really need to go and find a husband and that. But this is the normal mentality in the culture. They just wanted me to
marry and have children.
Which is amazing, which is fantastic, but it's not meant for everybody. Everyone has different paths in life, so that's something I wanted. It was hard.
So how he said yes to you and you start to do something like that?
In the beginning, he was like, "No, you're not gonna do this. But in the end, he said yes. When I sent him a letter, an email, email, and that's how it started.
So you talked with him as an email to said yes to you. You didn't see him.
After I called him and he said no, I decided to send him an email to see if letter to see if I can change his mind, and it changed his mind. The email changed his mind.
That's so fantastic. And during your childhood, do you think that you have this talent to climb the mountain? Because whenever we ask someone to do something new, they will some of them tell us that it's not we should have a genetic and something in our body to do something. It's because of our family we cannot, something like that. Do you have anything during your childhood, any special talent that you grow it during the time or not?
No, I mean I was always very curious and very adventurous and very bold in how I live my life. So no, not specifically. No.
That's so good.
Yeah, I had zero background in mountaineering, and my family lives in a very flat, hot country. So no.
Yes, from desert country go to Everest in the snow. How your body adapted with this changing the weather?
It was completely shocked in the beginning. It was just like, you know, I get cold now. I get cold with AC in the summer here in Dubai. I hate the cold, so it was a shock for me. But like everything in life, like you learn how to adapt and you learn how to deal with it.
And are you alone during this way, or you go there with a team?
Team, always. Mountaineering is like scuba diving. You should never go alone. You should always go with a team. Always.
And could you please explain a little about your feeling when you achieve after a long way that you come?
It's very hard to explain how I felt when I reached the summit, because it's so many contrasting emotions and feelings. But it was a very two contrasting feelings. In one side of me, I felt very strong and very powerful, and I can achieve anything. And on the other side, I felt very small and very fragile and very insignificant. So it was like two very different feelings in the same soul. This was very hard to explain.
And whenever you achieve in your goal, because as you know, in psychology, whenever we achieve a goal, after that maybe we become hopeless because we don't have any special goal after that. Do you have something this feeling, or you wanna achieve another mountain in the world?
I'm very lucky. I'm not the type of person that I don't lack goals and aspirations. I have so many things I want to do and so many things I want to achieve. So it's not like, oh, I finished the 7 summits. Okay, finish my life. No. I've always been very, very hungry and very like insatiable in my pursuit of trying to see things and experience things. Goals change all the time, and I'm so lucky to be able to have that. I mean, a lot of people are like, well, you climbed the 7 summits, so that's it. I'm like, no, there's so much more than that. I want to see all the countries in the world, for example. One of my dreams, to see all the countries in the world.
Did you start this plan?
Yeah, I started a long time ago when I was a kid, traveling with my family, but like slowly. But now with COVID, it's really difficult to travel.
Yes.
But slowly trying to go back to traveling and go back to exploring, because that's one of my big dreams, is to see the world. Because of your personality, absolutely. it's one of my favorite activities. Do you know what I mean? Like, people save money to buy things. Of course, I want to buy things too, but I save money and I travel. my favorite hobby.
And what about countries? Do you have any background about Iran and this special country that near you?
Of course. I mean, it's one of the countries on my list. I really want to go. it's a bit tricky sometimes because there are sometimes political issues,
Yes.
blah blah blah. But I don't see that. I see people. I don't see borders, right? I don't care where people are from. So hopefully one day I dream of coming to Iran and seeing your beautiful mountains. And
Yes, and absolutely, we have a very big mountain here in
we
Iran.
have Damava.
Yes, Damova. It's
Damava is one of the
highest mountain in Iran.
in Iran, yes,
Yes.
it's a gorgeous mountain. So hopefully I can come see Damabad, I can come see the culture and the food and the people. So I'm hoping that things get better and I'll
Absolutely, we are waiting for you to have interview in our country, especially.
I hope so. I have Iranian friends I've known for a long time because I was in Dubai. I'm in Dubai for 18 years, so, and I love the culture and the history and the art. It's just incredible. So maybe one day I'll be able to come and experience that.
That's so fantastic. And about your rules in your country, did you fight with your rules? Do you have any special rules that restrict you to do something like that?
Luckily, like it's been an incredible evolution the last 2-3 years in Saudi. So many of the rules that I found difficult, like for example, women weren't allowed to drive. Now we can drive. So that big rule has changed. Traveling without a guardian rule that has also changed. So there's so many things that have evolved, luckily, and it's been an amazing evolution in the history of Saudi for women in a positive way. So thankfully, many of the things that I used to wish I could do, like drive, for example, is a reality now, and it's become more and more forward thinking when it comes to sport, when it comes to women's empowerment. So it's been an amazing evolution the last couple of years.
That's so great. It's a very good evolution, I think. And if someone wants to start mountaineering, to climb the mountain, like you, can you tell him or her to what should they do to start something like that? For the first step, as someone who didn't know anything and start to search a lot to find Kilimanjaro and something like that.
I always say, at least start. Like my advice is always to take the first step and start, at least, like not to feel too scared to start. It takes a lot of courage and a lot of bravery to start the first step. So I always tell people you should just start by starting, like take it and go. Start hiking, start training, give yourself a chance to experience something new.
Do you think any special experience that you can tell someone whenever ask you about your experience? In one sentence, tell your experience during this way.
I always say that a journey is a collection of experiences. It's teachers, wrong turns, and random encounters. It's everything that teaches you something, even if it's however big or small. It's those things that shape and change you. And in the end, you should be bold enough to discover, be brave enough to take the first step, and to not be afraid to be a little bit lost sometimes. Like I always tell people to move, to try to experience and try to go beyond the frame of comfort, because that's where the most beautiful things and amazing stories.
And also I think the scariest thing to become out of this zone and start new things.
But scary things shape us, and scary things define us. So I always tell people to not be afraid to go out and be a little bit afraid. You never know what you discover.
And what is the scariest part of your experience to climb the mountain?
There are many moments that are difficult, but when temperatures are -40 and 50, that's like really painful. But I think the scariest is falling down into a crevasse or an avalanche falling on you. That's the thing that scares me the most. But there is something that scares me more than that, and you won't believe what it is.
Oh.
The thing that scares me the most is being bored. I get really scared of waking up one day and being, hopefully God gives me the life, I'll be 80 or 90 and then look back and regret my life for the things I didn't do. That scares me more than anything. I get scared of that.
Yes, because you fight with lots of things to do something that you want, and if you come back and lose in your goal, it's so yes, exactly. Thank you so much to being in our show and also share your experience. I think our audience will enjoy it, and also will learn you because you have lots of experience, and you just share part of that with us, and thank you so much. Hope to see you in
Thank you so much for the
and hope to see you in our country. We are waiting for you. Inshallah, yes.
Thank you for the invitation. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good time. Bye bye.